Good afternoon. My name is Paulette Gayle, a final year master's student at the Central Connecticut State University, pursuing a Master's of Science degree in Educational Leadership. One of the courses that I'm doing is a course, Curriculum Leadership, and one of the requirements as part of fulfillment of the course is to interview a curriculum leader. I have the pleasure of interviewing Ms. Herma Mead, a senior education officer, retired since November 2011, in the core curriculum unit at the Ministry of Education. Some of her experiences stems her working as member of the core curriculum unit from September 1990 to November 2011. She has coordinated the GOJ or the OAS multigrade projects of 1994 to 1997 and in 2005 to 2011. And she assisted in coordinating the unit's participation in the Child Health Education and Development Project in 1991. She has also assisted in coordinated and participated in the development of the grades 7 to 9 guidance curriculum, that's in 1999 to 2000, participated in an advisory capacity in the development of the primary guidance curriculum 2007 to 2008. And she also assisted with duties at the desk of the Deputy Chief Education Officer from May 2010 to April 2011 and covered the desk from April to June of 2011. She has been awarded by the Prime Minister's Medal of Appreciation for Service to Education in 2012, Jamaica's Teachers Association Golden Torch Award for 35 years of dedicated service to education in 2010, Award for Outstanding Service to the Ministry of Education Core Curriculum Unit in 2011, Special Appreciation Award for Outstanding Work, Ministry of Education Core Curriculum Unit in 2010, and also an award for Outstanding Service to the Primary Education Support Project in 2008, and Long Service Award for 28 years of service to the Government of Jamaica in 2003. Ms. Mead, thank you for agreeing to this interview.
It is my pleasure, Ms. Gayle. I am happy when I work in education.
I'm going to begin with my first question. What inspired you to get involved in curriculum development and curriculum leadership?
I must tell you that when I entered the ministry, I thought I would be working in a supervisory position, supervising schools. But there was an opening in the core curriculum unit, and I was placed there. At the time I joined the unit in the 90s, a lot was happening in terms of curriculum development. There was the grade 7 to 9 curriculum being developed, as well as the primary curriculum. There was a lot of activity. So I dived in and got involved and enjoyed it very much and just kept growing from those activities.
What is your philosophy of leadership, and to what extent does this philosophy guide your vision and performance as a curriculum leader?
One of the important characteristics of a leader, and this is part and parcel of my vision and philosophy of a leader, is that a leader should be visionary.
Yes.
In other words, don't just work for today's needs. Have an eye out for the needs of tomorrow and put things in place. Think of the skills, the processes that individuals will need in the future, and try to lay a foundation for those skills now. Yeah. So a leader must be visionary. A leader must also be dynamic, be flexible, to adapt what is being done to the needs that arise, because a curriculum has to be relevant.
What are some of the personal qualities that are critical in a prospective curriculum leader, and what do you look for in hiring a person for this process?
A leader in the area of curriculum development has to be patient, because initiatives that are implemented might not have their effects immediately. So patience is one of the personality traits that's needed.
Right.
A curriculum developer has to be a motivator, especially one leading the process.
Yes.
You have to be able to motivate others to get ahead with the task and to do whatever is necessary so that the end product is a curriculum that will have goals, worthy goals, that will answer to the needs of the students and also answer to the goals of the country in terms of the education of the populace.
Okay.
So those are two very important qualities. Also, of course, the curriculum leader has to be knowledgeable of the curriculum development process.
I agree.
Right. There are others, but those are three very important aspects.
Oh, okay. Now, how would you differentiate between the curriculum and instruction?
The curriculum is a structured program. All the goals, the attainment targets, the sample activities, and before that the objectives, the assessment processes, the structured program that's laid out. And it's structured in such a way, and it is also necessary for it to be structured this way because it's a standardized program. All children everywhere in the country will be exposed to this program. There will be variations in terms of how the curriculum is delivered, and that has moved us right into the instruction part of it.
Right.
Instruction is the delivery of the curriculum.
Okay. How does timetabling affect instruction?
In the discussion between the difference between curriculum and instruction, I had mentioned that while the curriculum presents the structure or the standard content, skills, and so on, delivery would deal with how the content is played out in the classroom. Now, the delivery of the content, the skills, and all the other aspects would be done in a framework. How much time would be given to a particular subject area per day, and some subject areas would not be taught daily. So the timetable is a way to organize the curriculum in such a way that adequate number of hours is given to a particular subject or content area so that all the objectives are achieved over a given time.
Okay.
So that if children are to be proficient in a certain set of language skills by the end of the year, those involved in constructing the timetable would ensure that the number of hours that are set for reading or English as a whole would be adequate to bring about the achievement of those skills.
How would you explain now the difference between managing the curriculum and leading the curriculum?
Okay. I take managing the curriculum to be looking at the everyday delivery of the curriculum. What are the needs that the teacher has every day for the delivery? What are the materials that are needed to ensure that those materials are provided on a timely basis? What are the problems that the teacher is experiencing in the classroom, and how can these problems be alleviated or taken care of? I take leading the curriculum to mean you're doing this at a broader level.
Yes.
You're developing the curricula, and curricula that will answer to the needs of the students. You're looking at it from a broader level. In other words, the persons in the core curriculum unit lead the curriculum,
Right.
while the persons on site at the school manage the curriculum.
What are some of the do's and don'ts of curriculum management?
In curriculum management, I would expect that a teacher would not want miracles to happen overnight. It takes concentrated and consistent work. So that's a do.
Right.
A consistent work to bring about the results that are expected. One very important do is not to carry out changes without permission or without consulting those that change will affect, all the stakeholders in the process.
Right.
So even at the level of managing the day-to-day delivery, any changes that are contemplated has to have the full input or the agreement of the principal, the parents, all those who are involved.
To what extent, though, is this being practiced now in our Jamaican setting, where all stakeholders are consulted in the planning of a curriculum?
Certainly at the core curriculum unit and the other units that develop curricula, we do that. We consult with those who are stakeholders. We believe that for a curriculum to be successful, we have to consult and get the buy-in. Without the buy-in,
Right.
the curriculum will not be successfully implemented. So certainly at the level of the Ministry of Education, in the curriculum development units, we consult with the teachers, the students, the principals, all the stakeholders, the parents, the church, because the church is a very important stakeholder. The church owns quite a lot
Yes.
of our schools.
Right.
Yes, and other stakeholders, of course.
In the development of the curriculum, though, how do you handle conflict in relation to this development?
Well, involving the stakeholders is a very important part of that. Mm-hmm. You engage in the stakeholders, have them sit and discuss the issues. And of course, consensus is very important. So in getting the stakeholders together to discuss the issues and to arrive at amicable solutions, that is the way the conflict is handled. Have persons around the table and have the discussion going.
Apart from discussions, though, that are held with stakeholders, is there any other strategy that you implement in order to get everybody on board?
Another issue is ensuring that what is produced is in line with international practice. Okay. So that you would not have anyone saying, this is substandard, I don't like this should not be included. If you try to be in line with international practice, that is one way of avoiding conflicts. Also, looking at the needs of the country. Recently there was a debate about use of the flag, and children don't know much about how the flag should be handled. That would be a national need expressed. And when we look at needs like those that are specific to the situation, specific to the country, when we try to address those needs, we're likely to have fewer voices of dissent as well.